Oh, what's up, guys? Come on into my studio. So this is my new place. I built this in the middle of my garage. I wanted to have a soundproof place where we could do our streaming. I could do music. I could do video games, all that stuff. And I wanted to do it all in the peaceful quiet of my own little den and not wake up babies in the rest of the house or be a nuisance to my neighbors. But as you can see, this is the old bench that I had that I built for actually doing just, you know, garage projects, stuff like that. It has a lot of the scarring from back in the day, doing projects, cutting stuff, and even having like fires set. There's burns all over the place. I still keep some tools because I'm still working on some projects, but mostly like electronics these days. You know, I'm a mechanic. I don't like to do mechanics when I get home from work. I've been taken to like electronics as a hobby. It's really fun. It's really cool to get into. If you guys are interested in that, I think you should pursue it. I love it. It's really fun. Actually, let me show you something that I did work on. Here's a little project that I had. So these are the arcade sticks, the fight sticks, some people call them. This is, I really wanted to have one of these for a long time because I love playing Street Fighter. It's like one of my favorite games. Every time I go to Tokyo, I go to the game centers, the arcades, and I would play Street Fighter. And I wanted to bring that home, that whole feel home with me. Of course, I'm a music lover and I gotta have my music, so I've got my piano. I love this thing. I've been playing music a long time, but piano was not one of the things that I ever did, and I'm really excited to learn the piano. So that's one thing. The other thing here, I don't have a wall mount for it yet, is my guitar. My guitar. So you'll probably be seeing a bunch of this in live streams and stuff moving forward, because we're gonna be doing some music for the channel. But this is a court that I picked up back in the day when I was kind of a ski bum in Whistler, British Columbia. And I needed to have something to jam out on in my spare time. So some of the stuff for the room, here's how I put it together and the whole mindset of making this happen. The idea was I didn't want to wake anybody up and I didn't want to create a disturbance for anybody, but I want to be loud. I want to be able to do my streaming and scream and do all kinds of stuff. I needed to make it soundproof. So I did some research, and one of the best ways to do it is isolation. So isolation is the name of the game. And here's how we did it. First, what I did was I built a floor. I love this floor. It's a beautiful floor with the winter oak look. And what I did was I had to build walls that are separate from the other walls on the outside. So I'll show you how it works in the rest of the garage. It was a little dark, so I set up a automatic light, so it's on a motion sensor. So just when I'm coming in and out of here, I don't have to turn on the main lights, and I don't have to have those lights burning all the electricity, all the time. But for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna turn them on, and I'll show you how this happened, how I put this together. I put the walls together in panels, and I used OSB 7/16 thick, and I used drywall on the inside, 1/2 inch thick. And then I did all the framing and insulated, and then used a vapor barrier. But if you come along the side here, I'll show ya. Oh yeah, there's the air conditioner, because it's gonna get piping hot inside. But it's separate from the wall. All the way down. So there's a gap. This room is not physically touching anything else in the garage. It's great. It's just sitting on the concrete floor. It's a temporary structure. I have the room plugged in. So every bit of electricity going into that room is on an extension cord. It plugs in and then goes through the wall. It's not a permanent setup in any way, shape, or form. And that's how I have my floating room set up. But the way soundproofing works, if you actually want to keep something soundproof and you don't want to, like, so there's two different rules. There's two different camps of thought here, right? So there's audio conditioning, I guess you call it, where you're talking about acoustics and you want to make the sound good. And that's when you use things like this. And this is acoustic treatment. I used it as like an insulation for the garage door because it worked. It worked a bit, and it did keep a bit of the sound from going outside. But it's more to keep the echo down. When I was doing stuff in the garage filming, this really helped for keeping the noise from sounding too reverby. But the idea for soundproofing, to not let other people in the house hear what you're doing, is isolation. So if you isolate the room from the rest of the place, then it makes it harder for the sound to travel through nothing, right? Or just air. So you're stopping it in one room, and then it's got to go through air before it gets through the next wall. And it's not perfectly quiet, but it is so much more quiet. So let's check out the computer setup, because I'm proud of this thing. So inside here, down here, we've got the HP Omen. I love this computer. I've had this for just over a year now. It's a pretty good setup. It's been a workhorse for me. I mean, it's not the biggest, best computer you're ever gonna buy, but by any means, it's a beast. It is a beast for just gaming and streaming and hanging out with friends online. And this is my screen setup. And we just set this up yesterday, so I'm actually pretty excited about this. And the chair's all super high up. I can't even touch the ground because Evan was in it. But yeah, this is my screen setup. Up top here, I've got the LG ultrawide monitors. They're running at 60 hertz, so they're pretty good. I really liked using those. I've had these two monitors for over a year, just rocking just these two and having a great old time with that. But I just picked up the Acer 31.5-inch screen curved monitor. I'll put the part number in the description of the video, but it's a 144 hertz screen, so it's got that quicker refresh for better gaming. You know what I'm saying? And we're all excited about that. For audio for the stream, I've got my Rode NT1 microphone. I like this thing. It gives good audios. And I've got it on the Rode boom arm. I can't remember the model number of that. As for mixing, we've got big plans for mixing all kinds of different audio, like i.e. the music and all that stuff. So I went bigger than just a regular audio interface the first time around when I bought it, because I knew we were gonna go bigger. I bought the Yamaha MG12XU. I was looking at the 10XU. It was a nice board, but it didn't have the sliders like the 12XU. So I ended up picking up this model. It's great. It's an XLR interface, does USB interface, has some effects, i.e. the XU in the title of the product. It's got one knob compressors for 4 of the channels. It's got phantom power, all the things that you're gonna need, more than the things that I'm ever gonna need. So it's great. Multiple channels in, multiple channels out. And we're gonna be making some good sounds moving forward. I really wanted to get the Elgato key lights, but man, do they want some coin for that. So I've got these little ring lights that I picked up in Tokyo with some stands, and it cost me barely anything. And we got some channel branded. Ooh. We got our maximum underdrive cups made from Get Out of My Head Creations. Thank you so much, David. I appreciate it. These cups are fantastic. We're gonna do another video shouting these things out. But go check out Get Out of My Head Creations, because these cups are amazing. They're made with a special epoxy put together. And yeah, you can get anything custom made from these guys. Check them out. Link, as always, in the description down below. So that's it for checking out the studio today. I want to thank you guys for coming, but I'm gonna have to let you on out of here. Thanks for showing up, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.